All right, so yesterday we talked about Gayle King, Katy Perry. There's a ton of women that went up in space yesterday. Gayle King, Aisha Bowe, Amanda Gwynn, Gayle King already. Carrie Ann Flynn and Lauren Sanchez went up to space. Now, they were there for the total, it all was about 11 minutes. They went up, they circulated for a bit. There's videos of them. You see them like floating, and allegedly Katy Perry sung while she was in air. And then they come back down and they hit the ground. So when they hit the ground, we're seeing them, get out of the shuttle, and everything's like, yay, go, y'all did it. And then all of a sudden online, the people, not even after, during it, the people just started getting so upset.
When are they not upset online about something?
Mm-hmm. Y'all know I be on Twitter and I be seeing the upset and I be like, okay, I guess. This, I was like, there's so much more to be upset about. And their issue was there's so much more we could be spending time and resources on. So model Emily Ratajkowski was one of the people. She got online and she posted a video. Let's take a listen.
At space mission this morning, that's end time shit. Like, this is beyond parody. Saying that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth, and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted. Literally, I'm disgusted.
Yeah. And that was a lot of people's sentiment. I know I saw Olivia Munn.
A lot of people's sentiment?
A lot of people's sentiment. I saw Olivia Munn on Jen and Friends yesterday, and she said the same thing. Like, it's disgusting. They're wasting resources. They're destroying our earth. This should not be what, like, Go Women is about. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Wasting whose resources, though?
They're talking about, I guess, like, just...
Because it wasn't a government-funded project.
I think that they're talking about the... I don't know.
It's not public. Home broke. They, you know what I mean? They mad. They upset. They probably need some bread. It's like, yo, what... Like, it was just stupid for people to get upset. The interesting thing that I saw, Wendy's had something to say.
Wendy's?
Yes, the restaurant Wendy's, Katy Perry. They was like, Katy Perry returns back from space. Wendy's going to tweet, send her ass back. Well, they didn't say send her ass back, but they said send her back up there.
Yes.
Yeah, but it wasn't publicly funded, from what I read. It wasn't a commercial mission. It wasn't paid by taxpayer dollars. No. Like, so what's the issue? I actually thought Jeff Bezos paid for it. That's what I thought, because his fiance was on the plane.
Yeah, I don't know who pays for it and how that works, but I also did read, too, because people were so upset, I wanted to know how, like, is it really destroying it as far as, like, the...
pollution, exhaust,
pollution and stuff like that. And they said that they, all of the stuff is sustainable that he's been using. I don't know, y'all. But
those are the same people that are mad at celebrities when they fly private. When, they'll be mad at Taylor Swift, they'll be mad at celebrities for flying private. It messes up the community, messes up the world, and all that other stuff. But, I mean, like you said, Charlamagne, if they paid it out their own pocket...
I mean, that's from what I read. From what I read, the government didn't fund that trip to space. It was actually curated by Jeff Bezos' fiance, and it wasn't publicly funded. So I don't know whose resources are they talking about. If Jeff Bezos want to spend his own money on stuff like that, for commercial space tourism, I don't care.
Yeah, it says that the NS-31, which was their flight, was paid for by individuals on board as well as Blue Origin itself. While the exact amount paid by each individual was not publicly disclosed, normally when people bid for these seats, the highest bid can go for $28 million, but it's not disclosed how much they paid. The company also requires a refundable deposit of $150,000, but their process is not disclosed.
And Blue Origin has received government contracts before, but when it comes to their commercial space tourism, it's separate from that.
Correct.
So this isn't publicly funded. So.
And y'all know this is our girl. I saw the first person I saw actually on my timeline this morning was former Senator Nina Turner. She said if Jeff Bezos can send Katy Perry into space, he can pay a wealth tax, so every American has debt-free health care.
Nah, I agree with that.
People started a huge thread of conversation online as well. Hey y'all, it's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt, but y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over your radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. You gotta call Top Dog Law if it's about your car accident. Don't let these little family lawyers finesse you into a little check. Shouldn't nothing be little this season. Remember, for any serious accident, injury case, Top Dog Law gets you top dollar. So make sure you call today to find out what your car accident, your slip and fall, or your construction accident case could really be worth. And calling Top Dog Law is completely free also. It's free for a consultation. Call Top Dog Law today to see if your case is eligible for compensation with no money down. So make sure y'all go holla at my dogs, no pun intended, over at Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law on Instagram and topdoglaw.com. Now, let's get back to the Breakfast Club. When Gayle went up in this space, y'all saw the video of her when she was walking down, ringing the bell. People was like, oh, Gayle is regretting this. So,
she look good, though. She look real good.
Yeah, she fine. Drop on the clues bombs for Gayle King. Gayle King so fine.
Burgundy wig on. She look good.
Yeah, so Oprah was there to send her off, and they gave each other a hug. This is the photo of her looking a little bit nervous. She said
she looked nervous.
She said she was a bit nervous, but let's take a listen to her response to her going viral yesterday.
Hearing I've become a meme because of my facial expressions when I was walking on the bridge to get on the capsule. I didn't realize that I was being photographed at that moment, nor did I realize that my expression looked so terrified. But I was. I just thought, I'm just going to go in and get in my seat and I'm going to do this. I knew I was always going to do it, although that we were told that if you're going to back out, you have to do so before 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You have to say, I'm not going to fly. Well, I knew I wasn't going to be that guy. But getting on, it was a little scary. It was a little scary. So the memes show that I was apprehensive. I tell you, look at the picture when I got off the capsule. That's the one that matters. That's the victory speech. That's the one that matters. I'm so glad to be back on Earth. Welcome home has a new meaning.
When she got off, she was face down, ass up.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you stupid.
Yes, but it's just crazy for you to say about Gayle King. But
Man,
she
was a good time.
Yeah, right. That's the lady who just said tree last week. Like, what we talking about?
What she said, Jess?
tree.
So when she got off the flight, Gayle, like everybody else, they were kissing the ground.
That's right.
They were doing a ton of stuff.
She had the dirt in her hands.
She grabbed
and all
the dirt in
that.
her hand. She, I think this is almost like
I thought she was doing a celebratory twerk. Just because I saw the still picture.
Yo, stop it, man.
I
didn't see. It was no video.
Not the
she
twerk,
was just
like
happy
the
to
medallion
Gayle
bent
off
all the way over.
Yeah, Gayle came off the spaceship and did a celebratory twerk. Drop on the clues bombs with Gayle King. Go ahead, Gayle.
And I don't think there's many people that wouldn't have this type of face when they're going into space. I don't think there's anybody that, you have this face because you're scared. You're scared. And you're thinking about, did I poop? Did I pee? Did I make sure I leave everything for my family? Yes, you have this face.
Or what I would be thinking about is how it took 8 or 9 months to bring 2 people that got stuck up there back, but y'all went up there in like a couple minutes and came right back?
But y'all it'd be so dramatic. Did I pee? Did I poop?
Yes.
Did I leave everything to my family?
Yes.
How you go from pee, poop to leaving everything to your family?
That's what you're thinking.
I feel like, what else would you be thinking?
Yes, that's what you're thinking. Well, I went skydiving and I thought the same thing. I had this same face on. Did I leave everything for my kids? Did I write everything right? Did I pee? Did I poop? Yes, because you nervous as ish.
Well, if you're gonna die, it don't matter if you pee or poop.
Right.
That's my point.
No, because if you have to go to the bathroom on your way up, there is
But
no.
if you're planning on dying, what's the point?
But no, it's not just about dying. If you're in a rocket ship going to space, there is no bathroom, so you got to just hold
But
that.
you was planning on dying.
No, I'm not planning on dying. Just in
That's what
case.
you said.
Just in case.
Why would Envy say there is no bathroom? Like, we thought she'd just be like, excuse me,
Excuse
can
me.
I use this? Like,
Excuse me. No, there's no. You got to go to the bathroom. Got to poop.
Lauren, I do want to know why Wendy's beefing with Katy Perry though. That's I need to know that.
and they straight at her too. They grabbed a screenshot of her face. They said, can we send her back? I don't
said,
know.
Send her back. Like she did something.
Yeah, she must have said something about some fast food when she landed or something. Like some other fast food.
I don't know. I didn't see that, but to have
All I
beef
know
with
is
Wendy's is crazy.
people love to see celebrities and wealthy people miserable.
Yes.
And even if they were to do some type of charity, they would get criticized for that. Right? They didn't give enough. Why did they give it to that charity? So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to those ladies.
I ain't seen no pictures though. They have pictures from them in space.
Oh my God, there's videos of them floating in
and all
space.
that.
Oh, show me.
Then there's video of them when they come down because after a certain point you parachute and you just hit the ground. They're like, woo! They're like yelling, like it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's videos. I ain't seen no pictures, but they got videos.
Yeah.
I'll show you some.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi. Free. Classic interviews and more on Tubi every day, all day long, all for free. Just search Breakfast Club and grab your popcorn.